We begin with the weather and the continued cold temperatures, although it's not quite as cold today as it has been.
Just barely,
Yeah,
but you know, still some more of that lake effect snow. Here with Chief Meteorologist George Lessons. George, my goodness, I feel like a broken record talking about how cold and snowy it is.
Yeah, as we predicted, the cold has eased a little bit, and so has the lake effect snow. In fact, my drive into work, I went 70 on the highway because it was clear and dry. Let's take a look at temperatures outside into the mid and upper teens, even low 20s at the lakeshore. Quite an improvement over the last couple of days. Breezy as predicted, mainly at the lakeshore. Wind gusts are 25 plus there inland. We had a lot less wind that helped stop polishing the roads with some of that light snow, but it still feels like zero here in Grand Rapids and single digits elsewhere, but at least we're above zero. Most of the lake effect snow is now inland here in West Michigan. There's also been some breaks in the clouds, and we're going to see more breaks in the clouds later on this week, especially Friday afternoon. We have one little minor system kind of inching its way out of northern Nebraska that might bring some snow from I-94 south tonight, south of the greater Grand Rapids area. Another storm coming up a little bit closer. That will be Thursday night and Friday night storm. That's been well predicted this week. That will bring widespread light snow, maybe an inch or two with that, and then it transitions to lake effect. You can see where the lake effect is going to be. This will be over the weekend down for Berrien County southward with a north wind, so inland we'll see some sunshine. Very chilly temperatures though Saturday morning. We're in the teens now, and back to the west, they're at least in the single numbers above zero, but still minus 19 up in northern North Dakota, while our wind chill and feels like temperatures are right around zero. We'll continue with our, I guess, warming trend coming our way, and next week we're going to be 40 plus across the region. All that coming away in the 10-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Out of town for that big snow, came back to a couple of feet out on the deck, a little shocking.
I'm so jealous because it's been a rough few days. And George, please tell us, you know, it's nice to see you back out on the weather deck. Please tell us that is a sign of good things to come.
Absolutely. All the advisories and warnings expired earlier today, so I was allowed to come back out on the weather deck. I've been in a lot colder weather, of course, over my career, but it is definitely cold. You want to spend more time indoors than out. 13 weather ball, though, is still red. Not quite as cold weather here ahead for your Thursday. It's also blinking bright. Some snow flurries early tonight and a little light snow to south of Grand Rapids later on tonight.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
Along the lakeshore, yes, a lot of river ice there, just kind of hanging out there as the west winds kind of keep it from coming down of the Grand River out to the lake, but you can see clear out toward the pier there, and also some breaks in the clouds, so you might have seen a little bit of sunshine, but generally just kind of an overcast day. A couple of breaks in the clouds you can see north around Fremont as well. In the Pentwater area, we're still sucked in pretty much with some clouds here in Grand Rapids and some light lake effect of snow flurries, but at least temperatures are warm enough where the salt has begun to work and where there's been a lot of traffic on the main roads. They've actually been dry in some locations. We're watching a little tiny system snow that's going to zip off to our south later on tonight, but we have a bigger one coming in for Thursday night. There's the storm track of the Thursday night storm. That's going to affect everyone here in West Michigan, but we're talking maybe an inch or two or three with that one. Watch this little area of light snow blossom. Most of the snow will be along I-94 southward. We'll get some light dusting here in Grand Rapids, so that will affect your morning commute a little bit, and then that's done. It's done by the time you get to the lunch hour and certainly in the afternoon. Here comes the next one. This is a little wider spread snow. You can see areas from US 10 southward, so everyone in our viewing area will see snow with that, and there'll be enough to perhaps shovel and plow. That is a Friday morning. That moves on out, and with the winds out of the north, all the lake effect is going to be right down the lakeshore in Oceana County northward and from just south of Holland down into southwest lower Michigan on Friday. So inland we're going to see some clearing skies, and boy, is it going to get cold on Saturday morning, well below zero in many locations, and then the lake effect goes away. Winds turn around to the south, and we have a huge warm-up coming our way, almost as much as our cool down. We'll be in the 40s. Here's the snow from overnight. Here in Grand Rapids, 3/4 of an inch, and all of that will be late tonight, tomorrow morning. From around I-94 southward, there could be up to an inch or so. Next weather system comes on in, more snow, widespread snow across the region, maybe a couple of inches there, and then the lake effect kicks in. There's where the lake effect snow warnings are right now for Friday night into Saturday, northwestern Indiana. If you're heading down there over the weekend, you'll run into that, but for the most part, just a couple of more system snows coming through the area. Long range outlook, I've been predicting this for a couple of days now. High chances that pretty much the entire country, if not all, will see higher chances for warmer than average temperatures, and the biggest chance for that is right over the Great Lakes region. In terms of snow and rain, mainly rain if it's going to be that warm, but a large portion of the country is going to be rather wet, especially in those drought-stricken areas down to our south and west. So tonight, temperatures not much different from what you have right now for overnight lows. Low in mid-teens, even upper teens there in Muskegon. Generally some light snow flurries coming in off the lake. Late tonight, there could be some snow moving in South Haven, perhaps up to as far north as Holland. Northern zone, some lake effect flurries, nothing real significant. Again, your temperature is about as cold as they're going to be, around 10 to 12. Here in the greater Grand Rapids area, some lake effect snow showers and then some light snow coming in, perhaps as far north as Kalamazoo, Battle Creek up to Hastings or so, but overnight lows in the low and mid-teens. 13 on your side forecast. And those colored bars still appearing on my forecast. Minimum impacts here, especially tomorrow night, and then limited impacts early on Friday. That'll be right along the lakeshore, but not here in Grand Rapids. -7 in the morning Saturday. A couple of flurries again right at the lakeshore down toward northern Indiana. And here we go, warming up. 24 on Sunday, 34 on Monday. Temperatures just keep rising for about 72 hours. 37 on Tuesday. We've pushed the precipitation out of Monday night into Tuesday. It'll be mainly rain in the afternoon. Might be a wintry mix as it starts, but low 40s next Wednesday and Thursday, drying out and just cooling off a little bit Friday and the following Saturday. Light flurries falling out here on the weather deck as the cold and snow has eased a little bit today. Looking at the MDOT traffic map, a lot of green on the map there tonight, so traffic flowing fairly smoothly. 13 weather ball, still blinking bright, still a few flurries in sight, very low impact, if any, and some light snow late tonight off to the south. It's also red, not quite as cold weather ahead.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
Still cold for our furry friends, including this one, Maybell. You're going to have to protect the paws, Kathleen and Scott. Going to give you a yellow paw. It's not quite as cold as it's been, but still just enough to pay attention. Wipe those paws off if you go out for your walk. Might be occasional flurry from time to time, but no real snowfall compared to what we've had. Solar energy, we saw some breaks in the cloud today. Further to the south and east, there was a lot more sunshine, and that's reflected in the solar energy forecast for tomorrow. 4.9 out of a 10-point scale. It was breezy, especially at the lakeshore today, and we're going to see hardly any wind here during the day tomorrow. Again, some snow showers, very light snow falling here in the greater Grand Rapids area. Not really snowing a lot at the lakeshore. In fact, Muskegon, you only recorded 0.2 of an inch today, while we had an inch out at the airport here in Grand Rapids. Yeah, a little bit more snow inland than at the lakeshore. As far as the weather patterns, we're going to see a little bit of light system snow come in from the south. There'll be a stronger storm coming in that we've been forecasting all week for Thursday night. Both of those will be very weak. You can see tonight, there's that light snow. Generally from I-94 southward is where the real accumulating snow will fall, and that will be after about 4 a.m. through about 8 a.m. tomorrow. Here comes the next one. This is going to spread a lot more widespread snow from about US 10 southward throughout the day on Friday or Thursday night into Friday morning. Before that shifts to the east. And then notice this lake effect snow band is going to be developing with a northeast wind that takes all the snow down the lakeshore, maybe Oceana County on Friday, and from Van Buren County down into Berrien County, or there's a winter storm watch going into effect. After that, clear night, may get down well below zero on Saturday morning, and then throughout the weekend, we're seeing improving conditions, especially on Sunday. We might see a little more sunshine, especially later in the day. Snowfall, what's coming tonight? That's how much snow is expected overnight. About an inch in South Bend. We may have just a couple of more flurries here in the greater Grand Rapids area. And then this is the snow going through Thursday, an inch about I-94 southward. Here's the snow from Thursday night into Friday, up to 3+ inches. And there's the lake effect down around South Bend. You could see 6 inches plus with this next system coming through. To end the month of January, high chances we will be warmer than average, so maybe seeing a lot of that snow disappear, and still a slightly higher chance for more precipitation during that 7-day period, which most likely will include rain. Forecast for tonight, flurries north, some light snow late tonight around Holland, South Haven southward. Your lows are about the current readings, the mid and upper teens. Around 10 to 12 up north, just occasional snow flurries. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, maybe a little bit of light snow late tonight from about Hastings, Allegan southward, lows in the mid-teens. 13 on your side forecast. Slightly higher impacts, but still minimum here, especially Thursday night into early Friday, and then it becomes limited. Maybe next Tuesday as well, as we see the big warm up over the weekend into early next week from the 30s into the 40s. Some rain on Tuesday through Thursday might start as a little wintry mix next Tuesday morning. But the trend is, I think the really cold air is already behind us. Definitely cold out here on the weather deck, but it is not as cold as it has been, and we are going to see a lessening of the cold weather. 13 weather ball is red, and that means not quite as cold weather ahead, and it's also blinking bright. Still some snow showers in sight early tonight and a little light snow late tonight off to the south.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
Highs today climbed into the mid and upper teens, even low 20s at the lakeshore, still below our average high of 31. Look at last year, we were 46 degrees on this date. We see some of that weather next week. 16 here in Grand Rapids right now. That is our current temperature. We may go up another degree or two and hopefully get us inside our target range. Right now, that's our first miss in 16 days. As far as the month, we're now very close to our average temperature. It's taken all the way through today to get close to that after a warm start. About an inch and a third more precipitation than usual, thanks to the 15.4 plus inches of snow compared to usual. And this is our, I think, tied for our least sunny January so far. Lake effect snow showers continuing, but later on tonight we're tracking a system that's coming out of Nebraska that might give us a little bit of light snow from I-94 southward. Here's the one we've been tracking for Thursday that will bring snow area-wide throughout the day on Thursday night and ending on Friday morning. Temperature-wise, we're in the teens right now, and we are going to see these start to improve a little bit as the jet stream relaxes. If we get that little dip in the jet stream, that's what's bringing in that light snow Thursday night into Friday. But after the weekend, look at the weather pattern, how it changes all the way up from the south. It's going to bring some water off the Gulf of Mexico and a lot of warm air all the way through the following weekend. So I'm pretty confident we'll hit 40 plus by later on in the week. As far as snowfall, there's the snow from tonight, tomorrow morning. Most of it will be south of I-96, and then quiet day the rest of the day. Thursday night, the snow comes up just about everywhere, but again, it ends just around daybreak or so, and then the lake effect kicks in along the lakeshore down into southwest lower Michigan. This is for Friday. Inland, we're going to see sunshine, a lot more than we saw during the day today. And sunshine to start our day on Saturday means we have a very cold start to the day, and then more sunshine on Sunday. As far as snowfall, this is where the snow will fall overnight through tomorrow evening. You can see about 1.5 inches down around the Kalamazoo area, a lot less. And then here's the snow that comes in during the day on Thursday night into Friday. All told, another 1 to maybe 2 inches. Most of it will be from I-94 southward. Forecast then for tomorrow, look for flurries to the north, snow from Muskegon southward in the morning before it ends. Highs around 20 to 25. Northern areas, you're going to miss out on that system snow. Only a few flurries, 17 north and low 20s elsewhere. And some light snow generally south of I-96, mainly in the morning. Highs tomorrow in the low and mid-20s. 13 on your side forecast. Minimum impacts there on our winter severity index for tomorrow night into Friday morning when it's limited. Next week, we're going to see temperatures climb out of the 20s Sunday into the 30s Monday and Tuesday, and 40s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mainly rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It might start out as a wintry mix, though, before it changes to rain next Tuesday.